What up, my guys? Welcome to another show. Late night NBA talk with Jay for the members. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all showing support to the channel as well. Got four games on the Tuesday slate. Finna go through it. Finna get out of here. Do have another show to do. Which I mean, I'm not here to waste your time anyway. To talk about all the BS that's going on in the NBA. Four games. I got notes on every single game. So let's get straight to it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show, man. It's all love. And also, stop doing parlays, my guys. Stop doing parlays. All right, let's go over here to the streets of Miami in this one. First game up, we going to the streets of Miami in this one. Heat getting 2 points at the house versus the Warriors. Warriors land two on the road. More importantly, people aren't really gonna like this game. I'm not gonna bet this game. I'm gonna stay away from Warriors games here for the near future. So don't expect me to make any wagers on the Warriors games, but this is a Warrior spot, and I really like to know who's the refs for this game as well. I do think there's going to come a point in time where they might you might see some fishy things going on for calls for the Warriors. Now, obviously, they're just playing like ass, but I do think obviously the NBA would love to have. It's not that the Rockets are a bad team, but they're not going to be good for ratings in their play-in tournament. So obviously, the way the Rockets are playing right now, they probably deserve to make the play-in tournament. But we just know that the Warriors going to bring more money in. This is the NBA here, but I'd lean towards the Warriors in this game. This is a bounce back J spot. Obviously, they did lose. This is a bounce back J and revenge game J spot. They lost on December 28th, 114 to 102 at the house. There was no Draymond in that game. There was no Jimmy Butler as well. Golden State hasn't dropped three straight against the spreads L's since January 10th. So that's been a while. That's damn near it's like 2.5 months since the Warriors have dropped back-to-back games against the spread. Heat haven't covered back-to-back games in their last 13 games as well since February 29th. You look at this, and these are just the numbers. The Heat are only 1-7 against the spread as home underdogs. That's second worst in the league, and they're only 13-21 against the spread at the house as well. That's fourth worst in the NBA. You look at the Warriors, they're 11-4 against the spread as road favorites. That's sixth best in the NBA, and then they're also 22-11 against the spread on the road. Number one in the NBA, the Warriors are as the road covering team. So I could only look towards the Warriors. We know that the Heat have been playing better. They play the better defense as well, but the numbers are the numbers, and they're saying that the numbers are saying that Heat aren't great at the house as road underdogs, and that the Warriors are great on the road when laying points, the number one team in the NBA. So I would lean to the Warriors in this one. I'm not betting this game, guys. Let's go over to the streets of Milwaukee in this one. Bucks laying 8.5 points at the house versus the Lakers. Now I did send some. I hate to say like what I took, but obviously I did send out Bucks -4.5 to the Golden Picks members, guys. So I'm just saying. But I would still lay the 8. You can't get 8 at FanDuel, but obviously I don't like it as much. I didn't lay the 8, just being perfectly honest with you. This is a revenge game J spot for the Bucks here. They did lose 122 to 123 on March 8th in LA. Only second road game in the last 11 games for the LA Lakers in this game, guys. 13-19 against the spread on the road. That's the fifth worst in the NBA that the Lakers are when against the spread road team. Bucks are getting better. They're getting healthier. They're 4-1 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games. 5-2 straight up and against the spread in their last 7. And the Lakers play 8 of their last 11 games on the road. We know that LeBron is doubtful in this game as well. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Lakers took a dip here. I mean, remember, they were playing a ton of games at the house. They played 9 of their last 11 games at the house, but 10 of their last 11 games at the house. They've had a ton of home games, a really favorable schedule. Now it's going to get tough. This is a 6-game road trip, and the Lakers might only go like 2-4 straight up on this road trip. And they know that the Bucks are coming for their ass in this game. That's probably why LeBron's acting like his ankle hurt is sit out in this one. Now, obviously, with the point spread, fishy things could happen, but this is a total Buck spot for me. When I saw that 4.5 come out, I hopped right on it. And then, unfortunately, I was hoping that LeBron would play. Like, I didn't think that the line would move. I just knew that I was taking the Bucks on the opening number. You see what I'm saying? So unfortunately, it moved up to 8.5. I'd still lean their way, but it's not something that I have my money on, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of New Orleans in this one. Pelicans getting a point at the house versus the Oklahoma City Thunder in this one. This is a revenge game J spot for the Pelicans. They have lost 3 of their last 4 games to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And their last game, they lost as well, 107-83 at the house. So for whatever reason, the Thunder have absolutely owned the Pelicans here. They've lost 3 of their last 4 matchups as well. But who's in better form right now? The New Orleans Pelicans are in really great form. They're in prime form right now. 5-1 straight up last 5 games, the last 6 games. 8-2 straight up last 10. They're also 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games. But you look at the Thunder, while they are form 1 in their last 5 and 7-2 in their last 9. They've not been covering spreads whatsoever. Now, this is a different type of spot because they just have to win the game. But I mean, they're coming off a blowout loss versus the Bucks. Just lost their game by 25 points. SGA is really slowing down right now. I don't know if he's hurt. Somebody kind of told me, like, oh, I read something about he got a leg strain or something like that. That could be true because he's really slowed down. I believe he only had like 12 points versus the Bucks. Yeah, he had 5 in the first quarter. Only ended up with 12 points in that game. They got blown the fuck out. The Thunder are only 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games, guys. So I know that these two teams play each other really closely. This is a tough game. I'd lean toward the Pelicans, but I also wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder bounce back. And if they want to get the number 1 seed, this is also another big game as well after coming off a loss. But this will be their 4th road game in their last 5 games. It's a really tough game. I can see it going either way. This could be a good under spot. We know the Pelicans are going to play really tough defense here. The Thunder aren't too shabby on the defensive end as well, but I just know that Zion always has a really great game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. And let me just look. I'm pretty sure Zion didn't play in that last game that they beat him. Yeah, Zion sat that one out for whatever reason versus the Thunder. Zion smashes the Thunder every single time. He's a nightmare matchup for these guys without a ton of size and length down low. So I'd still lean to the Pelicans here +1, or you could just look at Zion props over his points props, probably even PRA because he's been getting assists, he's been getting rebounds as well. He's slimmed down, he's been playing a really good game, guys. So I like Zion over his points and PRA better than a side here, to be honest with you, but it's not a game that I've bet so far. Let's go over to the streets of Sacramento in this one. This is probably the game of the day. Kings laying a 1.5 at the house versus the Mavs. I got to play the Mavs in this one, man. This is a double revenge. I'm hoping that it's a bounce back J spot. I'm watching the game right now. I'm hoping that the Mavs will lose to the Jazz. I know it's a close game right now, and I'm hoping that the Kings will beat the Sixers. This is a horrible spot for the Kings here, in my opinion. But first, bounce back J spot and revenge game J spot for the Mavs as well. Double revenge. They lost both matchups this year in Dallas to the Sacramento Kings. I do believe that the Mavs are the much better team here, and they're catching the Kings in a horrible spot. They're coming back home off of a 3-game East Coast road trip. Now they play this game versus the Sixers tonight, and then guess what? This is going to be a back-to-back 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th game in 6 nights, 5th game in 7 nights for the Sacramento Kings in this one. I know that it's not the best of spots that the Mavs are coming back off a back-to-back from altitude, but they did have 3 days off of rest before they're playing tonight. So this game versus the Jazz is like the knock the rust off game. When they come back tomorrow versus the Kings, that's going to be the spot where they're not rusty. I watched Luka miss like 3 straight threes. They got the offensive rebound. He missed it 3 straight times. Like, they're not in rhythm right now. I expect them to be in more rhythm versus the Kings. I think the Lively and Gafford, them two coming off the bench is going to be really troublesome for the Kings. I feel like the Mavs have enough offense in this one. I don't think they should be underdogs in this game, and I think that they probably close as like a -1, -2 favorite. Hopefully, that's why I'm watching the game. Hopefully nobody gets hurt for the Mavs in this one, but I don't see them sitting anybody. It's not a back-to-back 3rd game in 4 nights. Like I said, they had 3 days off before they played this game in Utah, and this is a really important game for seeding purposes as well. If the Mavs do lose tonight and the Kings do win, they'll be 1 game ahead of the Mavs. So this is a huge game, regardless whether the Mavs win tonight or not. I'm taking the Mavs. I already took the Mavs +1.5 in this spot. This is a spot play that I will not regret. I would probably say Mavs, especially since the Bucks line moved. I would say Mavs is the spot of the day, top spot of the day. I got the Smack City background going. That is the Dallas background. That's the Dallas, Texas background. You see the microphone. You see the bridge right there. You see what I'm saying? Over my depending on which way you're looking at it, over my left or right shoulder. But I'm on the Mavs in this spot, top spot, +1.5. I do not think that there will be there tomorrow. Even if it is, I don't care. I'm on the Mavs in this spot. I know that the Kings can be a tough team to play on a back-to-back, but both teams are on a back-to-back back-to-back, and it's a horrible spot for the Kings with coming back home off a 3-game road trip, playing then a back-to-back as well. 4th game in 6 nights, 5th game in 7 nights. This is a total Mavs spot for me. Top play today, Mavs plus the 1.5, guys. That's the show. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm not really that happy right now. I'm going to continue to bet some NBA games, but I'm really not happy with the NBA right now and the shit that's going on. You see what I'm saying? So just being perfectly honest with you guys, but Mavs plus 1.5, and then also send out Bucks minus 4.5, to be perfectly honest with you, to the Golden Picks members. I'd still lean that way at the 8.5. I do still think they get it done and win the game by double digits, but I keep it straight up with you. I don't have money on the 8.5, my guys. The numbers say take the Warriors. The numbers say to probably take Zion over his PRA, and I lean towards Pelicans. They've been playing a lot better. For whatever reason, Thunder have kind of had their number, but their last game, they didn't have Zion. Zion smashes the Pelicans, smashes the Thunder, guys. So Mavs for me, Mavs, Bucks, and then I'd lean Warriors and Pelicans as well, my guys. That's the show. Quick show. Only 4 games. Went through all the info, gave you my plays. Now it's time to get out of here, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all have a great night. Type "we will win" in the chat. Type all positive vibes in the chat. Type praying hands in the chat. Trying to go 2-0 one time for the one time, my guys. It's all love. Like once again, hope y'all have a good night. Hope we all have a good day tomorrow. Best of luck to us, and we will win. Let's go to Smack City one time for the one time. I'm out. Let's go. Hit the